ready.
Hello and what is up guys, my name is PixelPolish and welcome to a completely unplanned, unscheduled, unscripted and unprepared with no green screen or anything like that. Really quick channel update, although no, it won't be really quick, but it will comprise of two parts. One will be strictly about the channel and what's going on, what will be going on, etc, etc, and the other part will be a little more vloggy, personal kind of stuff. So if you're not interested in that, I'm gonna let you know and then you can tune out. The first part will be about what's going on my channel. Some of you might have probably noticed, well, obviously you have noticed that Life Hunt podcast and Invita News mysteriously disappeared, and that is because, well, right now I'm going through some shit and honestly I didn't have the time and also mental capacity to focus on these big videos because in case you don't know, making Invita News takes about 6 to 8 hours, and when it comes to the podcast it takes even longer because I have to watch back like 2-3 hours of video and cut it and, you know, decide what to keep, what to leave out, etc, etc. So, and obviously it requires a lot of, you know, scheduling with other people, you know, so we can actually get together one day at one date and record this stuff. So yeah, as I've said, stuff is happening which was preventing me from focusing on these big projects, and I'm gonna go to that in the other part of the video, which will be more personal and more explanatory maybe to some degree. But this does not mean that Invita News and the Life Hunt podcast is gone. No. Far from it. I will get back to these videos as soon as things will settle a little bit. And you know, I will pick up the speed with the bigger projects. We'll have the time and mental capacity to focus on heavy lifty kinda undertakings. I hope to actually go back to my regular videos, including Invita News and Life Hunt podcast, before the end of next month. Hopefully by then I will be able to, you know, get some stuff sorted out and just be able to do it. But yeah, during this weird period when I started focusing more on Let's Plays and stuff like that, I've been thinking a lot about some videos that I always wanted to make, but I was so focused strictly on PlayStation Vita and hunting action games that I kinda dismissed everything else, and which is weird because if you will go back to my channel trailer, I'm talking about, you know, all sort of genres and all platforms, from freaking PlayStation 1 and 2 to PCs and stuff like that, and I never really put that into motion. I was so absorbed by the novelty of you know, of the portable platforms, etc. So I'm planning a sort of a Pixel Through History video series, or, you know, just my history of gaming, how I got into gaming, like episodes focused on different platforms and what they meant to me in certain, you know, periods of my life, and my favorite games from that period, with highlights on some more interesting games, maybe even full Let's Plays of some of these games. I kinda started doing that with Neverwinter Nights 2 right now, but that's more of a, you know, Monster Hunter Online is offline for now, the beta is over, and I wanted to do something that doesn't consume a lot of time and is easy to do, so I can do it quickly. And Let's Plays are definitely easy to do, I gotta say. I mean, maybe the, you know, narrating part is not so much, but just recording the video, putting it together and uploading, it's the easiest shit that I've done on this channel ever. Like, literally, you know, 2 hours of gameplay equals 3 videos, and these videos only take like 10 minutes to edit. And then also, of course, you have to wait like for 2 hours to render that video and another 2 hours to upload it, depending on the size and depending if YouTube will let me use my whole bandwidth or not, because YouTube is stupid like that. Hence the playthroughs right now, the Neverwinter Nights 2 playthrough. But I will definitely try and schedule some random hunts with the Live Hunt podcast friends. To play some Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, that's for sure, and Tukiden Kiwami, of course, so probably mainly these two games, but I guess we'll see, maybe we'll go back to Soul Sacrifice Delta every now and then. That's the short plan for the next a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, and then we shall see how it goes. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the channel itself, the channel update. So if you're not interested in anything else, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. I will not hold it against you if you will tune out right now, but if you are still interested in what I have to say after that point, then be my guest. Why are there some obstacles that prevent me from making regular big videos, the ones that I've been keeping going for the last 2 years almost? Well, there are two main issues. One is a little, harder to explain, and I'm really not willing to go into real details because it's very private stuff. But I'm in a kind of a, rough patch right now with some things in my life, and the other stuff is just, again, it comes down to the money. And unfortunately, with the upcoming house renovation, because this place will freaking burn down, like literally, it will burn down if I'm not gonna make something with it, because the very old electricity installation that I have in my walls, it just can't keep up, I can literally feel my wall warm when I touch it after a couple of hours of my PC going at full speed while rendering a video and stuff. And of course, if I'm gonna rip every single freaking wire out of my wall, it will be a complete disaster. I will have to rebuild the freaking walls. So it's a domino effect, with one thing they will have to go another. The whole, my whole bathroom and everything will be crumbled into pieces, so I will have to place new tiles and everything. Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. This will happen, hopefully, within the next 2 months, I hope. But yeah, there's the issue of the money, and unfortunately I had to choose between, making more money to make this happen before I will freaking burn alive in my sleep or something, or making videos. And unfortunately, videos are not making money, so I had to do something else, and that's the gist of it, basically. And that, combined with some other shit that is going on in my life, maybe I could find more time in a day. If only the day would be 36 hours, that would be brilliant. But maybe I still could squeeze something in, but when my mind was preoccupied with some other stuff as well, something more, emotionally hard for me, I just couldn't bring myself to doing that. I hope you understand. I hope you're not unsubbing en masse. If you are, then, oh well, there's nothing I can really do, but I hope that at least some of you can understand stuff like this. But this whole process, this little, I don't want to call it a crisis because I'm not a fucking drama queen, but made me realize something that I've been dealing with for the last, at least, I would say, 20 years. That's as far back as I can remember it, dealing with it, and maybe it was my problem for my whole life, but I just don't remember. So for at least 20 years I've been suffering from something called dermatophagia, which is it's something really silly, and almost my entire life I believe it's completely normal, because I've seen other people doing that, and it never really hurt my life or anything like that. even though as I was growing up, as I started understanding that it can be a little gross sometimes and very awkward at times. And what dermatophagia is a type of impulse control disorder, or somewhat tied to obsessive compulsive disorder, where somebody will bite the skins, literally bite and even eat his own freaking skin, usually around fingernails and inside of your cheeks and even tongue and inside or even outside of your lips. I've been struggling with that really for the, as I said, the last 20 years. It is somewhat better because I have replaced biting with actually using proper tools to cut the freaking skins, but it doesn't really solve the problem that much because as you can see, let me show you that. I don't know if you can see that really good, but if the camera can focus on that, but there are some bloody patches, and you see that pink pieces of my thumbs where literally my fingerprints are almost gone because I can cut them down up to this point, up to the half of my finger. Same here on the joints, which somehow I have managed not to do for at least 2 months, so that's great. And why am I telling you this? I'm kinda in the process of understanding that this is a disorder, actually, and not just something normal. I only learned that this is a disorder like today, yesterday maybe, because I was never interested in that really, and I started googling and it turns out, holy shit, it's a fucking mental issue. I'm a nut job. I'm a nut job for freaking, you know, biting my own skin. So I need to deal with that, and I've been trying and trying and trying and trying. As I've said, it got a little better because I stopped cutting my biting my fingers, and I started just, you know, started gently cutting off the skin. But sometimes I go too deep and it's still not good at all. And cutting off those skins only causes, you know, the skin to grow back even harder. So it tempts me even more to freaking cut it off. It's a pain in the ass, and you know, sometimes I'm trying to keep my hands looking alright, but sometimes I will overdo it, and you know, people look at these things, you know, and then they think that you're a cuckoo or something. But the bigger problem is with my cheeks. I've been biting. It started with the inside of my cheeks, and it never really went away. Maybe for a week or two or a month at a time, but it always came back because this is compulsive. I can watch TV or play a game and I mean, and in the process of that I will be, oh shit, I'm doing this again. I didn't even know that I was doing it, and I'm not really sure how I will be doing with that. But this is one of the reasons why I am telling you this, because I am willing to fucking publicly shame myself by showing you that and telling you that, so that maybe, you know, through the pure peer pressure or just by knowing that other people know that, and now they will start looking for that whenever I'm on camera or something like that, I will start like exercising more discipline, you know, to keep myself from doing that. And because it's really bad, like whenever I go to even a dentist, every dentist, if it's a new one, he's like, holy shit, man, are you doing this for a long time? Yeah, my whole life. This is not good. And what I mean by this is bad, now if you're sensitive to this kind of sort of stuff and you're easily grossed out, I suggest you avert your eyes right now, because I'm gonna show it to you, whether you like it or not. So, and I'm gonna let you know if you just can hear me from your speakers or headphones or whatever. I'm gonna let you know when I'm done. So see? This is how red it is. It looks like a freaking cheese grater in there, and it's a one big, never healed up wound really, and a lot of scar tissue and shit. And I need to stop doing that. I don't know what I'm doing this to myself. I mean, nobody knows. People go to doctors about it, and nobody knows. Nobody fully understands the cause. Nobody fully understands how to deal with that. But I remember times in my life, especially one period in my life when I was in high school, where I literally stopped. Like, I just stopped. I don't know. I guess it was just the happiest time of my life, and I was the most carefree and not worried about shit all the time, and this helped me just not do it. And especially now that I'm going through some stressful shit, it just doubled down on me, you know, and I need to get some control over it, right? Now that I understand that it's actually tied to anxiety and apprehension and stuff like that, now that I understand that, I guess there is something in my psyche that is preventing me to stop, especially during times of, you know, well, just generally more stressful periods in my life. And I guess I need to figure out what it is and work on it, you know, start from the inside. I can, you know, stop doing that on the outside, but there will be always something within me that caused me to do that in the first place. And hopefully coming out with this silly but kinda gross problem, because when you see people like that, you probably laugh, you know? Like somebody on a bus doing this, you know, or you will even see freaking CEOs at meetings doing that, you know. It looks freaking stupid, right? Even if it's on the outside so that nobody really can see it. If it's on the outside on the fingers, everybody can, so it's just, you know, ugly and shit. Thankfully it's not that bad in my case anymore at least. But, you know, it hurts. I mean, I love hot food, for instance, and right now I'm growing pepperoncino peppers on my windowsill, so once they grow up and I can actually start picking them and eating them, so I've got roughly 2 months to deal with it before they are fully grown, and I will show them to you one day, by the way. But yeah, this video is getting a little long and I was waffling about all sorts of different shit, and I hope that those of you who are still with me here kinda, you know, understand the stuff that I'm going through and the stuff that I have to deal with. But I promise you that once things will start settling, and even before that, yes, even before that, because I do have some surprises coming. Maybe even within the next weeks there will be more stuff, and the regular scheduled videos will be back, so don't worry about that. I'm not giving up on delivering Vita news, and luckily right now it's summertime, and summertime is really slow, really slow when it's come to gaming news, so you're also not missing all that much, and I would be possibly struggling to find some really interesting news instead of stupid fillers of, I don't know, mobile ports or some uninteresting stuff. So this is not a huge deal. And in the meantime, I am working slowly when I can find a time on a completely reworked visual side of Life Hunt podcast. I will try my best to be done with that part of the process before I'm gonna record a new podcast. So once I do, it will be new and shiny and beautiful and everything. You kinda saw a little snippets of that, a little hints here and there, some tiny changes, but that was just a teaser, so to speak. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening to my rambling. I hope that I didn't sound as crazy as I think that I might have sound, but at the very least, I hope that I was informative. And before I go, I'm just gonna let you know, those of you who are actually watching the Neverwinter Nights 2 playthrough probably have noticed that, because I'm putting the links in the form of the cards on the video. Way back when, like a year ago, I have created Patreon account in hopes that maybe people would like to support me if they appreciate my videos, etc. But I have never used it. I have activated it a couple of months ago and still never used it. I have set up goals and rewards and shit, and I've never used it. But I started putting the links here and there, so if you do like my videos that much, appreciate me making videos that much, if you want to support the channel directly, there will be a card in this vlog as well, directing you to my Patreon account. If you want to drop me a buck, then I will be obliged, you know. Truth is, if I did it way before, and if you people would actually support me at least a little bit, maybe right now I wouldn't be in the situation where I have to choose between making videos and making money. Because even if that would be, if the Patreon would give me like, I don't know, 30 bucks a month, that's my electricity bill just gone, you know. I don't have to worry about that. I can focus on doing what I love and providing you with the videos that you want to watch. So it's really that simple. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it at the end, because I'm gonna probably make a vlog entirely about that, telling you what's what and why. But for those of you who endured with me for 25 minutes, this is something that you can do if you're interested. It's an option if you want. If you don't, then oh well, just watching my videos is also supporting me. But yeah, that will be it for this rambling session. It went a little bit too long, way longer than I anticipated, so I'm gonna just cut it here. I have already uploaded the next Neverwinter Nights 2 episode, so there will be that, or maybe this vlog will be after that. I haven't decided yet, but it will be one after the other. And yes, I will see you in my next videos and in my next vlogs that I promise that I will do more often and keep you informed, keep you up to date. I'm terrible at endings, have you noticed? Jesus Christ, I need to work on that. So thank you again for watching, for your patience and for your support, and I will see you in my next videos. PixelPolish out.